We now welcome in our football guest of the day, BYU linebacker Ben Bywater, looking fresh.
First time in studio.
Looking ripped. You got the Elton John T-shirt on.
Hey, I've heard Rocket Man once or twice. So thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
We need to address something with you about style, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Love the Elton John T-shirt again.
And the Florida Marlins old school logo.
The World Series cap.
03 hat.
Outstanding.
What in the world?
We do need some explanation on what's going on with the cutoff football pants, because this is a growing
They have
trend.
a name. What is it again?
And you're a big part of this.
Absolutely. Listen. Yeah, I mean, it's all about the style. The cutoff pants make the legs look bigger. Okay, it's an illusion. It's an illusion.
Dude.
It's true.
They're like rugby shorts, like shorter, higher.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So I mean, it's all about the illusion. You got to play to your strengths. You know, do I have the biggest legs? No, but the cutoffs make them look better.
They make them look better.
Okay, on day one of spring ball, people were like, "Dude, Ben Bywater put on some weight. Like he looks jacked."
Yeah.
What was the off season like for you? So,
Off-season?
and we're still in the off season, but I mean winter condition.
No, off season was good. It was we had some tough workouts. Coach knew, Coach Justin, they put us through some tough stuff. So it's all about the diet, though. You gotta dial it in. You can't be hitting McDonald's late at night. So I really tried dialing down on my diet and just getting my macros in, and it's paying off.
So what are some of the meals you consume for this?
So I just I like to have about 1 to 2 shakes a day, and then at night I eat my casein, and then I just try and hit my casein protein. It's just it's like a plant based. It's not whey. It's just a different type of protein, slower digesting. And then I just like to hit like around 300-400 grams of protein a day. So I'll just aim for that. It's just easy for me. I don't really like to count calories. So I'll just hit 300-400. Dan always makes this great chicken, and so you just kind of throw it down. Here and there, you just snack on protein.
Like mix it in with stuff.
Yeah, oatmeal, little protein powder.
Okay.
You got to throw the grams here and there.
Gotcha.
So
Nutritionist, future weightlifter, and a current football player, Ben Bywater is with us on BYU Sports Nation. If you had to give a theme or a headline to this year's edition of BYU Spring Football, what would it be?
Just get better every day. We're really, we're not pulling our foot off the gas at all. I mean, it's been an intense spring ball. We've always, we're doing drills that make us better, the drills that not everyone wants to do, but you have to do them to get better. So it's been, all gas, no brakes. So it's been good.
That's what the Jets said, too. How about that? Yesterday, apparently, was a physical practice.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how it went yesterday?
When your pride's on the line, it's always physical. Everyone's going at it.
Why was pride on the line?
It's just things always get chippy. It's just you've been playing against each other for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
It's just everyone's trying to get better. Everyone's we're all brothers. It's a family at the end of the day. But
it's defense versus offense.
Defense versus offense.
Spring and fall camp. Right?
Absolutely. So our offense is looking fantastic right now, and so it's fun going against them every day.
Who's the guy on offense that you have the most fun with, where it's friendly but you're competitive during practice?
I wouldn't say there's anyone in specific.
Okay.
It's always linebackers versus tight ends, though. Yeah, always the LVs versus the tight ends. Tight ends look really good right now, especially with, Mason Wake's not playing, Isaac Rex isn't playing, but, other guys are stepping up. Lane Lunt looks great. He's great at blocking, and they like using him, so.
We've definitely seen a bit with our own eyes, and we've heard several people talk about how efficient and explosive the offense has been in the spring.
That's not what he wants to hear.
Exactly, which is why we're going there.
Yeah.
How do you respond to that? What's that like for you as a proud defender on the opposite side of the ball?
I'll never tell it to their face, but they're looking really good, and so as a defensive player, I take pride in playing D, and then obviously our whole linebacker room is the same way, but they look good. Offensive line is killing it. They're so good. It's tough going against them every day, but it's only getting us better as a defense.
Are you in full pads ever right now?
We did full pads, I think, on Monday.
Okay.
But it's not. You're not going live tackle to the ground.
Right.
You're trying to get better, but you're really trying to just not get anyone injured.
Yes, and that's you want to get better without that, of course.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, without pads and full go, it's kind of hard to really gauge what's going on, right?
Exactly.
Because it'd be annoying to be the defense in practice. Here's why. Oh, yep, we stopped you for a 3-yard gain, but he's in the end zone.
Yeah. Well, the worst is
running. You know what I mean?
And they're celebrating. I'm like,
yeah, you're like, hey, I got you in the backfield. I got you.
I heard the whistles blow back here.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
We had a 2-hand touch at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we playing flag football like the alumni game or what? Which, by the way, that sounds like it's going to be awesome. We're going to broadcast that on the BYU TV.
When is that?
The 31st.
Okay, that's going to be fun.
It's going to be awesome, right? There's some legit alums coming back.
That's what I'm saying. I love how they're all committing on social media too.
I've never seen that. Boney Fuller had some fun with Kyle Whittingham. Saying he was going to play in the game.
BYU linebacker Ben Bywater is with us on BYU Sports Nation. Looking back at the 2021 season, you were kind of thrust into the spotlight. Not saying that you and a bunch of the other young guys weren't ready, but it just perhaps was accelerated.
Yeah.
So what was the best lesson you learned from playing in and competing against that really difficult 2021 schedule and kind of going through the trial by fire?
Yeah, it was like it could not have worked out any better for me. You know, I went through a season-ending injury the year prior, the COVID year, and it really just put me back on track. Like I probably already said this before, but like it really just helped me like center myself and like, you know, I really needed to get bigger. You know, I had to have some honest conversations with myself. Like I had to get bigger, I had to get faster, I had to get smarter. Like I had to do a ton of things different so that when game one came around versus Arizona, like I was locked and loaded, like ready to go. And, you know, my coaches really, they believed in me, and I'm so grateful for that. And it was just, you know, it could not have worked out any better for me, and I'm grateful for that.
Give us a sense of what, in terms of personnel, it was like in the bowl game. I felt like, there were some third stringers out there doing the best they could, right?
Yeah.
And making plays against USC to help win and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like, how bad did it get in terms of like injuries and whatnot?
Yeah, we were kind of, you know, the UAB game, we were running around like, you know, on three legs, but it was good. I mean, I trust everyone in that room, and it wasn't that guys weren't good enough to play. I just think, I mean, you go back and a million circumstances were going on, but you should look at that game and learn from it. But, you know, this year I'm excited. A lot of guys are coming back. A lot of guys are going to be, you know, back functioning at a high level like they always have been, especially, you know, Peyton and Keenan. I'm excited for them.
Yep.
And so, you know, game one versus USF is going to be special.
What newcomers, in your opinion, have really taken a big step in the spring? Who's sticking out?
A big newcomer that I like, especially, is Kavika Gagne. He's been here with me since I came in, and
is he a backer?
Yeah, so he was a safety.
Okay.
They moved him down to backer.
Gotcha.
And he's just coming off. I mean, last year he was gonna get some time last year, but then he tore his pec. As he's coming back from his pec, he tears his Achilles.
Oh gosh.
Just like a terrible, you know, series of events. But he's a stud. He's a stud. I'm excited for him. He's kind of taking it easy, just, you know, easing back into things. But come fall, you're gonna know who he is for sure.
To me, the most street credible injury is torn pec. It's like I went so hard I tore my pec. You know what I mean?
Ben, don't tear your pec.
Like
guys.
an ankle or shoulder, whatever. It's like
Yep.
pec. It's like, gosh, I was going so hard, man. What's it like to be a defensive player at BYU where the offense is traditionally celebrated in a different way than the defense? I know fans love the defense, but let's be honest. Like, if they're watching a game, they would rather see 66 points
100%.
than 0 allowed. You know what I mean?
100%. And in high school, like I didn't really notice that because I played offense too. But like as you become like just a defensive player, that's just how football is in general. Like you look at the NFL, it's always Patty Mahomes getting celebrated. Like it's always Tyreek Hill, all the offensive guys. You know, they kind of cater around. You can't even touch the quarterback these days.
The rules, yes.
Yeah, that's just
offense.
And that's
fantasy
just,
football.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
No one's like, my first pick is the Pittsburgh Steelers defense.
Exactly.
No one does that.
It's the last pick. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You just roll with the punches. But you know, I love football for football. You know, all the lessons it teaches, and you know, it makes you better as a person. So.
What'd you play in high school in offense?
I played running back.
Ooh,
the running back, y'all.
RB1.
Are you the next Tyler Algier? Can you make the transition from linebacker to running back?
Stop it.
Okay, we'll finish with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you see your role evolving in the upcoming 2022 season and evolving to take on a really fun schedule?
I see my role evolving, just getting better, you know, just bigger, faster, stronger, and especially smarter. Like, I had a good year, you know, it was great to get my feet under me and get out there and start playing. And so it's just how can I double down and stack another great year and make more, you know, big-time plays, you know, interceptions, forced fumbles, and really try and change the game. So those are my goals for this year. And, you know, Coach Clune's doing a great job helping us, you know, do that. And so especially getting those other guys back in the lineup, it's only going to make us all better. So I'm excited for that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Change the game. Big-time plays.
And rewind 5 years ago, if I had told that Ben Bywater, hey, you're going to lead the BYU in tackles and tackles for loss in 2021, what would your reaction have been?
I would have said, you're right.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
And I want to sneak this in real quick. You played rugby growing up.
Yeah.
How does that help your tackling form? Because rugby is pure tackling. You can't shoulder someone. You have to wrap up.
Yeah, tremendous. It helps tremendously. I mean, I just went to the Utah Warriors game on
baby.
Saturday. Did you go?
I was
He's
doing
the voice
WCC tournament.
of
yeah.
the rugby team.
Okay.
69 points was the most in Major League Rugby history.
It's fun. Yeah, I mean, rugby's a different game, but I mean, a lot of things transfer over, especially tackling. Especially courage. Like, you just got to get up there and just throw your body in there sometimes. And rugby taught me that. So
Ed Lamb calls it contact courage.
Contact courage. Yep.
Ben, we're gonna need you to sign our flag behind us.
Absolutely.
If you don't mind, because that initiates the full transfer of BYU Sports Nation karma.
Yes.
And with that karma, you will have an outstanding remainder of spring football. Ben Bywater giving us his signature on the Sailor Coug flag.
Olympus Titan, right?
Sir.
Olympus Titan.